Okay, the recorder has begun. And I am going in. Not a lot of players. But it is morning in America, so I suppose that's why.
Q7 is not too bad.
Sorry?
You should be in a bit.
Ah, okay. Yeah. So, what level is Malcuff now? Wolf, you there?
21.
21. Okay, awesome. He's does he have multiple classes, or is he just a pugilist?
He's a rogue.
Oh, he's a rogue. Okay, it's just that I remembered in the Fox Marines videos, you're using your bare hands to fight most of the time.
Yeah, no, I did the job quest for the rogues. I switched.
Ah, so he does have multiple classes. Okay,
Yeah, I guess technically.
yeah, because right now Trigger only has one class, Conjurer.
I mean, there's no way of starting out as a rogue anyway, so
Oh right, that's a okay. Okay, I get it. That's
I
a
had to open up with the pugilist.
yes, yes. Okay, now I understand. I was confused for a moment. Some days the load is insanely slow. I was thinking I'm gonna try the quest that Fox was talking about the other day, where you can get some really nice gear, or nice looking gear anyway. I mean, what Trigger has on now is good enough as a. Well, I guess it'll be his signature for now, unless I find something better.
Which quest is that? The novice quest?
Yeah, the one that's right here. Although the characters haven't loaded yet. Okay, they just appeared. Yeah, the Smith. According to my records, you have yet to fully complete your training. You are under no obligation to finish the final exercise, of course. But there is much to gain and not to be lost in the attempt. Oh, okay, I haven't finished these yet. Right, might as well do it. Because as I understand it, I'm supposed to get some rewards, right?
I told you about this quest
Huh?
a while back.
Yeah, yeah.
I told you guys you could get a ring from it that would boost your XP by like 30%.
Oh, yes, that's what you were talking about. Okay, now I understand. Okay. Too bad this doesn't have an option to skip the convo. Defeat the enemy while healing allies and avoiding attacks. Okay. I've already been doing that lately, so should be easy. I hope. Oh, crap. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. jeez. I failed? Huh. Okay, maybe not as easy as I thought.
Yeah, you're supposed to learn your jobs mechanics
Yep.
from these quests.
Huh, what the hell? I'm getting hit even if I move? Oh, okay. Phew. Yeah, the last few raids was relatively easy for me because I'm just keeping my eye on the tank most of the time. Perchance, do you know how I can get the Sage class?
That comes with Endwalker.
Ah. Okay, so I got a ways to go before I can get that then. Okay. Wow, just how many more are there?
Are you planning to just stick with healing classes?
Yeah, I think I will. I mean, the only exception would be the archer, simply because I want the bard class.
You could, I mean, until Sage comes out, you could work your way. So after White Mage, you could try out Astrology and then
Yeah, and
Scholar.
scholar and what's the name of the class before the scholar? Uh, damn it,
Arcanist.
arcanist. Yeah. Um, yeah, and also yeah, the bard and archer. So I'll have those classes. Hmm. It'll be interesting to play the archer and bard because they are the first DPS class I'll ever actually play and master.
What about the Summoner?
Summoner?
Uh, Apparently it shares an XP bar with the Scholar.
Oh,
The Arcanist is like the only job that I know
that has
that
two classes.
progresses into basically two distinct jobs, which is
Yeah,
the Summoner and the Scholar.
right, right. Oh yeah, the summoner's the one with the fairy, right?
I think that's the Scholar.
Oh, okay.
I've never played those jobs.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I think that would be my job.
I'm assuming the fairy summon is specifically for healing, and the summoner job itself probably has like a bunch of other different DPS based minions or summons.
Okay, that's great. I love having combat pets. Those are always fun. Is that a dodo? That's a dodo. Oh man. I'll have my work cut out for me to keep these two alive. Hey! Who's that? Yellow. Shoot. Oh boy. Yay. Oh, damn it. Go to sleep. Okay. Last enemy. The Gubu. Okay. Huh, that's weird. Physician, heal thyself. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Oh, damn it. Phew. Oh, hey, Top Hat and Z.
Hello. Hello.
Yep. Yeah, I was just going through the training quest, which I should have done from the start. novice no longer. Okay, there is no greater thrill than striving alongside like-minded companions to overcome the deadliest challenges. Yes. Hey, Wolf, does is the item just given straight away? I didn't check.
What was that? Say that again.
Is the item already included? I wasn't sure. I don't think I noticed. My bad.
Check your armor chest.
Yep, doing that now. Oh yeah, there it is. Disciples of War or Magic. Nice. Okay, I think I'm all set. Now I'm finally gonna go on my actual quest. That would be in Ulda. Zine, you can see my screen, right?
The stream keeps lagging for me, so
Oh, sorry. It says Scions at the Seventh Dawn. How much? I think I'm close to getting the Chocobo, right?
go on.
Yeah, I'm basically just trying to blitz through these quests so I can get the Chocobo.
Is that why the stream is lagging?
Huh?
Fuck.
What's lagging?
You flashed another tab.
Yeah, maybe that's why. Let me just see if I can close those.
Try limiting the bandwidth allocation.
How do I do that? Oh, by the way, Malk, if I click on this person and the goal saucer, what happens if I just submit the ticket? I'm assuming I'll end up getting transported.
For what?
The gold saucer.
Oh, I mean that's you can do whatever with that. I mean it's just it all it does is unlock the Manderville gold saucer.
I see. Okay.
In other words, it's a place full of mediums.
Okay. No worries.
1 second, I'm getting a journal quest for a delivery of a book, which is it is a curious, it's a cute book about evolution with a title that I dare not repeat. I will be right back.
Alright. Okay. Horizon.
Hey, if you're big on minigames, you're gonna love the gold saucer.
Yeah? Cool. Huh.
You're not gonna post this, are you?
Might not.
Okay, I returned.
Is this just casual play?
I mean, I record everything. I might upload it, because, well, I'm keeping a record of Trigger's quest and his travels.
Yeah, my brother might hop in a
Oh,
bit.
okay. Brother Wolf.
Oh, you two are brothers.
Yep.
Yeah, the one guy, yeah.
Science are headquartered in an establishment called Walking Sense, located in Vesper Bay, out in western Tanala. Uh-huh. Yeah, but how do I get there? These maps are not really all that helpful. Okay, teleport to Horizon first.
Well, what are you trying to get to?
I think I'm supposed to meet the that Lalafell and the blindfolded pugilist. I forgot their names.
In in Vesper Bay.
Yes.
So, nope. Turn around.
Huh? Oh.
No.
Nope.
Other way. Opposite way. Okay, just keep following that.
This? Wow. Okay. Just gonna sprint.
You see, you can see the icon for the MSQ button on your menu.
Yes, I do
In
see
the
it.
direction
Okay.
you're heading. Yeah. Just follow that.
Wow. Hey, there's water here. It's not all desert. Huh. What the hell happened here?
Oh, you know.
Ah, the Calamity,
Calamity.
right?
Well, actually, these are actually ruins from an old kingdom that predated Ul'dah.
Oh,
It is actually the origin of the paladins, I believe.
that's cool.
There's a
Did
bit
someone
of
else join
lore
us?
there.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hey, this is Brother
Also,
Wolf.
by the way, fun fact about that kingdom that predated Ul'dah.
Yeah?
So they had so basically, uh, only paladins could wield swords.
Yeah.
By law, it
Oh,
was illegal for anyone who is not a paladin to own a sword. So any swords owned by the common folk were legally classified as large knives. Um, which actually is something that happened in real life too.
yeah, I remember something about that. Like, oh, this is not a sword. This is just a really big knife.
No, sir, this is a knife.
Ah, we're here already. Okay. Tataru. Lalafell. Beep. Oh, singing. Okay.
Ah, Taru, yes.
Yeah. That was a good one. Oh, thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Pretty sure I trundled right through the room. Now, please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to. Here at the behest of Ida and Papa Limo. Sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? Trigger Tisselwick, Trigger Tisselwick. Ah, here you are. A bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, right? That's the name. Oops. The antecedent is within the solar. I shall let her know to expect you. Ah, I wish I can just put on that Mickey Mouse voice all the time. Yeah, actually that's a good idea. I'm just gonna rip off the idea from Fox and every Lalafell will have a Mickey Mouse voice. Except Papa Limo, because I've actually heard his voice and I know what he sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah.
He sounds a bit like a fussy aristocrat. And I seem to have gotten myself lost. How did I do that? Wait, what's this guy's name? Papa Wazu Zaza Wazu. Okay. Am I supposed to? Oh, okay. I didn't see that earlier. And Scion of the Seventh Dawn. Right. Take it your trigger Tisselwick to Taro sent word you have arrived. Lady Midfielder has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, if you please. Ah, need to choose one of these. Huh, okay. It's actually better than what I have. Oh, please tell me
So
they have
you're
voice.
the adventurer of whom I've heard so much.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Well met,
This is a
friend.
cutscene with the voice
My
actor.
name is Minthelia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here. No doubt you are right to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals.
Oh?
Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness? Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body? All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo.
I prefer to call it the
The
yodel.
Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the Echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the Primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Oh, and there goes her voice. Right to employ retainers, for example. You're familiar with them. The papers as you requested, my lady. Maybe not. I don't think I can keep it up.
Where, God, do not do that.
I tried. Ugh.
Oh my God, I have so many goddamn spreadsheet's open right now.
Adding your name to the retainer's registry. You are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. What are these retainers?
You cannot hire them because you're on free trial.
Damn it! So this is all just a bunch of false hope.
Well, the reason why it says that is because most it's just kind of standard for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
I'm also seeing the voice chat text. What? Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Dawn.
No, she said it's so short. It's Seinfeld's Dawn. Like,
Yeah. It
I
also
know
gives
it's
it an.
supposed to be Dawn,
It
but,
gives it.
like,
Yeah.
in English, it's a much longer vowel. Like,
Yes.
as in British, not the language.
But it would also give it a whole different context.
I will say that otherwise, though, the accent was a very good imitation.
Yes.
There are certainly worse imitations. Like Sid's voice actor for Realm Reborn.
I think my favourite, totally a Brit, I swear, you guys, accent is the landlord frog in Wolf Among Us.
Oh God!
Yeah, man. Oh, it's amazing. It's so good.
Oh, you mean the frog?
The fucking landlord.
It's just it's the worst English accent I've ever heard, and it's like, but that's kind of like weirdly part of its charm.
Wait.
Oh,
You're talking about the Telltale games, right?
Yes.
The frog, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I love the guy. I thought. But I take it his accent is not accurate.
no.
Oh. Oh dear.
No, it commits most of the sins that Americans trying to be Brits do.
Yes.
Oh, so
Which
he,
is fine, because like there are similar sins in the opposite direction. Brits pretend to be Americans, but like, God, it was heinous.
okay, I did not realize that. I thought they
But
were.
like, it's gone full circle. It was so bad that it became good again. It was like, God, this was. I couldn't fail to be entertained by the guy, no matter what he was talking about. It's incredible.
Okay, and I have no idea what I'm choosing here. Yours is no small endeavor, the dangers are great, nothing.
One of my favorite examples of Europeans trying to sound American is the phonetically transcribed accent of the Texan character in Dracula. The author has very clearly never met an American in his fucking life.
I take it you will help us. Wonderful! I knew you wouldn't let us down.
I wouldn't be able to proceed
But
if I did.
come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me, does the name Charlian ring any bells? It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Charlians were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now.
Oh.
The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popalimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Hello there.
Real quick,
Welcome.
you know that opening. You know that.
I
Opening,
had every
cinematic?
confidence that you would agree to help us.
You know that opening cinematic with
Me
Bahama
too.
and
Yep.
the moon falling. Yeah, the Archons are of the Scions are in that.
Okay,
Oh.
my turn to introduce
as
someone.
the
That there is
seal it.
Thancred.
Cool.
Oh,
Here's
hey,
our man,
Thancred.
Kirin Ulda, Jewel of the Desert.
I also
Welcome to the
Towels
team.
Jaffe.
If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Yastola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her
Sounds
care.
like
Greetings.
also known
Last
as,
but not
as
least
Percy's
is
voice.
Orianger,
Percy
who
existed.
presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night.
Okay, there's always one.
Ah, yes, Orianger.
The words of a dear friend. I'm glad of our meeting.
Fucking Orianger talks like a Shakespeare
At
character.
the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But
He's
we
like,
did not stray from our
thou,
purpose.
thou hast flipping.
We sought out
thou,
Minfilia
yes,
and others
and
with
he's
her
like, yes or
talent,
no,
and
motherfucker.
together
What?
established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Oh, okay, that's what she sounds like.
In
Alright.
time, I hope you will
Yes.
come to think of us as family. But without further ado, I would assign you your first task. Orianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
Valdessia.
I'm going to love listening to Orianger.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames.
Orianger has a very nice
would
voice.
you do the honors?
But in the words of one of the other
It would
characters,
be
he
my
often uses
pleasure.
12 words where one would suffice.
Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina and Sons mineral concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
Aye, the evidence left behind implicates the Emoja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit.
Uh-huh.
If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You
Minfilia
have
sounds
my
so out
thanks.
of place.
If there is aught you
Sounds
wish
what?
to know, I recommend you
Her voice
speak with
actress.
Thancred. He is well
Compared to
versed in
everybody
the
else,
affairs
sounds
of
like she's
Ulda.
reading from the script. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Ever at your
I don't know why
service,
it's
dear
not
fellow.
Oh, this was fun. I got to listen to all their voices.
Like the other VAs sound like they're doing all right.
Yeah. Minfilia sounds a bit enthusiastic though, in certain parts of the dialogue. So then, your mission is to investigate a crystal robbery and a spate of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected, assuming we are correct. It is like that any discoveries we make in relation to one will further our understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on their caravan, our friends at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security over their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abductions should be our priority. According to our preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone. So that would seem a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isambard serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see that he gives us his full cooperation. So, what are these primals?
Basically gods.
Oh, wow!
But also not really. They're beings that exist in the ether, but they're also kind of they're also kind of more chaos demons, if I'm being honest. Because they enthrall their followers and make them collect. So basically, they can be summoned using a quantity of ether charged crystals. However, once they do, they do a thing called tempering, where they essentially enthrall the people. They enthrall whoever they're exposed to, and basically like try to get you to and make you get more crystals to feed them even more and more and more.
Ah, crystal munchers.
You'll see it in action, trust me.
Not looking forward to it.
Well, it's fine, because I mean, the echo actually makes you immune to being tempered.
Ah, thank goodness for the Force.
Yeah.
I mean, the way she talked about it, it's like the Force.
I mean, I gotta be honest, like, the echo is, like, I like the story of Final Fantasy XIV, but like the echo is, in my opinion, probably the weakest aspect of it. Because it's essentially just a plot device.
Okay.
Like it gives you it's essentially it essentially just shows up when it is time to make you immune to something or give you exposition via flashback.
It's basically a Deus Ex Machina, huh?
Well, it's a little bit less Deus Ex Machina than other things, but it has a tendency to be treated as such. I will say though, it does offer a cool lore reason for why your character can respawn.
Oh, that's fair.
Because essentially every time you die, like the echo just resets everything.
So basically, the threads of the wheel in Wheel of Time. Everything just goes round and round.
I have no idea what. I'm not familiar with Wheel of Time lore, so I can't really say. But
woven back into the wheel over and over and over again. It's the worst case of quick save.
Basically, the premise is that what happened is a possible future and not the present, and only the one, and like the one where you succeed is they're echoes of the future. The echo is what's called that. And the one where you succeed is essentially the future which occurs.
Okay. So I was looking at the Minfilia's outfit, and she reminded me of another character from Final Fantasy. I don't know her name, but I'm not even sure which Final Fantasy it is. I think it's the one after Cloud and Sephiroth and all that. There was one with this spiky haired guy and this girl who wears funny costume. She's apparently a very old fairy of some sort.
Huh.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Hold on. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's not after 7. I think you're talking about 6.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah, I'm unfortunately not familiar with the character names.
She's the terminology. She's an Esper, Terra.
Oh, got it. Okay, Terra. Gotcha.
So her name is Terra.
Yeah,
I mean, I
Terra.
can't think of any other heroine that's super old.
Plus, she does kind of resemble Minfilia a little bit.
Yeah, that's why when I was looking at Menphilia's outfit, it reminded me of it. I mean, it's not exact, but it does remind me of her.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the resemblance. And they have somewhat similar color scheme.
Wait a minute. I'm just pulling it up right now. This is not who I was thinking of. I was actually thinking of another character, but yes, she's kind of similar also.
Huh.
Who's a fairy?
Yeah. There was even I a long time ago I remembered seeing on DeviantArt, I think a picture of her like shrunk down to a fairy size, and she was with this kid or a guy. He's like a teenager, probably 14 or 16, not sure. I'm pretty sure it took place after Final Fantasy VII. I'm not sure.
God, I know.
God, I'm just.
Okay, it's not 8.
Wait. I think I see it here. There's 3 characters in the picture. It's the one in the center. I'm going to put it up on the chat's channel.
Yeah,
just a sec. Voice chat commenting. It's the one in the middle.
Oh, fucking, God, I am terrible with the names from that one because the only thing in my head is...
Wolf, can you see that?
Oh, it's 10.
It's who?
It's 10-2 specifically. That's Yuna.
Yuna, right, that's her name. By the way, I have no idea where I'm supposed to go. I'm just running around right now.
Well, you know how to put up quest markers, right? You select the quest,
Okay.
and then I'm not sure what you press on the mouse and keyboard since I use a controller.
So
but
you know which... Don't hold on. So Camp Drybone is in a slightly different area in Tanland. You'll see it on the map there.
Okay. Is there a way I can like put a tracker or something so I can see where it is?
If you've been there, you can click on the etherite and teleport.
No, I haven't, unfortunately.
Right, you haven't though. So, God, I don't know how to instruct you regarding the map views.
It's okay. I'm sure I'll figure it out. I think.
So,
Let me just.
yeah. So you haven't been to Eastern Thanalan yet, so the map is just blank for you.
Yeah.
So can you zoom out a bit to just regular Thanalan?
Okay, one sec. Let me whoops.
Oh, yeah, you can just take the east gate, I
No,
guess.
that's
East gate. So I go to the
You would have
wharf.
to go. You would have to go through the.
As in the capital city where I transport to.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to go through Ulda
Yeah.
and then you just go.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go to the steps of Nald.
I am bad at explaining things. Never mind.
You think you're bad? I'm worse. I don't even know where to go at all. So, you're doing a lot better than I am right now. Thank you so much for your help, all of you guys.
Well, that's where I started out. But yeah, no, I'm bad at giving remote directions as well.
That's fine, man. I'm just glad to have you guys here with me. So, I at least get some information while I'm playing through this. Okay, I am inside a room. Okay.
I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know how to explain.
Okay, Western Tanalan, is that where? No, Eastern, right?
That's where you just were. You want to go to
Yeah.
Thanalan. No, okay, go up. So it's you have to go through Central Thanalan first.
Ah, okay, I see it. Run. Ah, I can't wait to get my Chocobo. I think I'll be a lot faster then.
Yes.
Chocobo ho! What was that? Okay. No, sorry, I heard a noise in my room. It's been raining non-stop since late afternoon until now. It's 9:22 p.m. now, and it's still raining. That's pretty awesome.
Okay.
Yes, the spineless basin.
So yes, here is Central Thanalan, and off of Central Thanalan should be Eastern Thanalan, I think.
Okay, I'm just gonna. Whoa, what was that? A
Make
water
that map
spout?
bigger if you want. Geysers.
Geyser, yeah, that's.
You could make the map larger if you wish.
Oh yeah.
Make it easier to sort of navigate around, but
yeah, that should be a bit better.
so you can move the map around. I forget exactly where Eastern Thanalan is. Nope.
Western Tanalan,
So there's
Eastern.
Eastern.
There we go. All right. So, oh, God. Sprint.
Also, might also be a good idea to tune to that aetherite up there, just so you can go back.
Oh yeah, that'll be convenient. Go.
Wait, when you attune the aetherite, there should be a spot where you can rent a chocobo, I think.
Yes, but Chocobo porters can only take you to places you've been.
Yeah, so I haven't been here at all, so unfortunately.
Oh.
Yes.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah. You see, I haven't even opened up this Chocobo before. Hello. And holy crap! Look at the size of that.
Moogle. Yeah.
Oh, that's a stonking Moogle. Yes.
You haven't seen anything yet. Wait until you meet King Mog.
I'm sorry, what? Now I'm concerned.
King Mog. The King Mog is the boss fight theme is honestly just a fever dream.
Oh, really? I'm
Is
listening.
the best way I can describe it. Like, I felt like I was disassociating the entire time.
Where can I find this particular
it's part of a quest after a realm reborn.
Oh, okay. Hey,
Uh,
it's a bunch of Mitch McConnells.
Shit. Be aware of those because they can pull you in. So it's kind of.
Yeah, they look
Yeah,
particularly
all
large,
right.
so I'm just gonna give them a wide berth.
Well, they can also just yank you with your tongue. It's not. I mean, it's pretty easily escapable. It's just.
It's not
kind
fun.
of annoying mostly.
Yes.
So antling soldiers.
Antling soldiers? Jeez.
Yeah, Eorzea has a little bit. Eorzea's pest insects are a little bit more serious than ours.
You don't say.
Pest insects.
What was that? Something really big. Oh, okay. Alright, I'm finally in Eastern Tanalan and Shadika Gale. Many years ago, the first time I ever saw any kind of MMO, I don't even remember the name of this particular MMO that I was looking at, but one player's name stuck with me since that time, and I saw that way back in 2002. The player's name was Pasta Base, and until today I have never forgotten that name. It just stuck with me. I don't know why. For a few years after that, in any MMO I ever venture into, I just assume I'm going to find a pasta base somewhere. Alright, I'm attuned, and now I am going to look for the quest. What's this? Oh, lev meat. Okay, later. I'm Isambard, here to search for the missing folk, I take it. Milfilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Amalgia. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right. It seems we know who the culprits are, at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look to me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do all I can to help see the victims safely returned. Alright. Woot! 1 or 2 more and I shall be another level. Level 27. I did? No, I didn't.
You didn't?
Nope. That's my mom, everyone. Say hi.
Hello.
Hey, Auntie.
What?
Wolf says hey, auntie.
Okay. Same to you.
She said same to you. Okay. Just a sec. I am going to